A while back I made this video titled "You should probably stop buying the Sun Avatar." If you guys haven't seen it, it's basically me arguing that the Dark Knight might be better at the same job than the Sun Avatar for the amount of money spent on it, and it turns out that my thinking was in line with Ninja Kiwi. They nerfed the Plasma Blast by taking away one pierce, and they made the Sun Avatar cheaper while letting it keep the lost pierce. So the question now is, how good is the Dark Knight after the nerfs, and is the Sun Avatar now the better choice? So here are the old numbers first, with the Sun Avatar being about 9.8% stronger than the Dark Knight, while being 86% more expensive. Now considering that they're both good mid-game towers, often used as a stepping stone, although they don't have to remain one, in terms of the cost per 1000 damage metric, the Sun Avatar used to cost $34.9 per 1000 damage, while the Dark Knight was $20.6, with the Dark Knight being 41% cheaper in terms of cost per 1000 damage. So let's plug in the new numbers and see what happened. When comparing them as standalone towers, the Sun Avatar is now 19.3% stronger as opposed to the previous 9.8%, and it costs 5 percentage points less than it used to. The Dark Knight is now 34% cheaper than the Sun Avatar as opposed to the 41 in patch 29. The numbers are a lot closer though when we introduce supporting towers and we change the map to Dark Castle. On Dark Castle, the difference between the old and the new Dark Knight isn't actually that big. It's about 16,000 pops, which translates to the Sun Avatar being about 21.8% stronger, which is up from 17.5% on the old one. This brought down the CPD differences as well, from 36.8% in patch 29 to 32.7% in patch 30, so the drop was a little bit less pronounced. So what does all of this mean? Well, the Sun Avatar is now far better than it was than the Dark Knight as a standalone tower, but when we add support towers, that difference is less pronounced, although it's still there. So just to illustrate, if a fully buffed Dark Knight had 10 pierce and because of the changes it got reduced to 9, that's not necessarily going to make the tower do 10% less damage overall, and that's what's happening here. The change in the pierce is there and visible in the numbers, but not as much as you would expect in the overall pops when support towers are introduced. The actual gameplay is not impacted that much as well. For example, in my previous video I mentioned my round 100 deflation guy with the Dark Knight as an example of how good it is. So out of curiosity I tested it on update 30 and it still works with no issues whatsoever. Rounds like 94 made it a bit further than they did on the old one, but it's still a very easy win. So I don't really have an answer on which one is better like I did in the previous video. I mean, the Sun Avatar is a bit cheaper and still as strong as it was, so affording it would be less stressful, especially before a key round like 63 for example. And it's not like the pierce nerfed the Dark Knight to the ground either. I mean, with Oben and an Alchemist it's still totally fine, and the 4th tier Dark Champion did get a +2 ceramic buff, so that might be worth trying out as well. So I'm gonna leave this one to you guys. Tell me, what do you think? Are you guys sticking with the Sun Avatar, or do you feel like there is still potential in the Dark Knight after the nerf? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.